talked about it in our programs over the last 4 years, so let it be a reminder. For family and friends of these amazing students that are behind me right now, hearing this for the first time, I ask you that you allow yourself to be open to this concept. The self-empowered individual learns to take control of their life. They accept responsibility for the choices that they make. When they don't like the outcome of their situation, they have a knowing that the power to change lies within. They know that there's a lesson in everything, and the quicker they learn that lesson, the more opportunities present themselves. They have a respect towards others, even those who don't share the same viewpoint as their own. They have fun and understand that life's a journey. It's not a destination. They come to know that their greatest power lies in this present moment. They know that there's infinite possibilities available to them at all times. There will be times when you're going to find yourself blaming others for situations that you're in. We're all human. We do it. The key to getting back on the path of the self-empowered is to recognize that you're doing this. As you move on to this next chapter in your life, it is imperative that you strive to find the good in everything. This can be challenging because there are times of both sadness and tragedies in life. But remember, no amount of focus on the negative ever made anything any better. There's a scout motto that I learned when I was a young teen. The rule is, always leave the campsite cleaner than you found it. When you find a mess on the ground, you just clean it up. It doesn't matter who did it. Your job is always to leave the ground cleaner for the next campers. Well, as you all know right now, the campground's a mess. Prior generations have not done a great job following this motto. Let's not waste time placing blame, for that just leads us to enter the path of the victim. By living that life, we give our power away to the people and circumstances that we assign that blame to. When we blame our leaders, corporations, family, and others that we really dislike, what we are really saying is unless they fix the things, there's nothing I can do to make it any better. Instead, I challenge all of you to ask yourself the following questions. What can I do to make the world a better place? How can I help my community? How may I serve? Do not allow others to affect your well-being. Even as the storms of drama, of life rage out there, look inside yourself. Inside is a place of calm, where you choose who's allowed in. Protect this space. It's yours. With practice, you will get to a place where no one will disturb that place of inner peace. This is a place where you can draw strength and confidence and the ability to create change. Fear and doubt will stand by the door. In fact, they were out there today for me, to this inner space. So I encourage you, pause, smile, wave at them, but you know that they're not allowed inside this inner space. I opened up by saying individuals can change the world. However, they don't do this alone. You never cut ties, or as my parents would say, Andrew, never burn bridges with anyone. You never know when you're going to have to call up that former boss and ask for your old job back. For me, it provided benefits for my daughter and a successful 29-year career at UPS. It is so important to always give your all in whatever job, project, or endeavor that you're in. You never know who's watching or whose path you might cross in the future when you need help. So be excellent in all that you do. As human beings, we have more in common than the differences that divide us. Learn to focus on common ground. If you want peace, be peace. If you want happiness, be happy. If you want unconditional love, be that unconditional love. And if you want to inspire the people around you, be inspirational and inspire others. At this moment, I want to direct you back from a sentence from the self-empowered individual. They have a respect towards others, even those who don't share the same viewpoint as their own. Free speech isn't free if you're not willing to hear the opinions of others, especially those who don't share the same viewpoint as your own. A healthy debate creates ideas and shapes new outcomes. It helps us as humanity break free from the status quo. Maybe the current thing that's being mandated is something you believe in, but what happens when it's something you don't agree with and mandates are the norm? As a self-empowered individual, you need to look past the current issue and toward what's really going on. The truth is, usually masked by some other distraction, it keeps people arguing or fighting over the issue in the forefront. Remember, your true guidance comes from within, not from an external source. There's been no better time in history where you have access to so much information. I cannot stress enough to you that you have to be your own advocate. You have a choice to be present, aware, unplugged from the matrix, or stay plugged into the technology and follow along blindly like a herd of sheep. Just going along blindly with the current narrative is how you go down the road to less freedom. So get involved. And finally, you come through your parents, but not for your parents. You are not here to fulfill their dreams. You are here to fulfill your own dreams and purpose in life. So the message for parents, as hard as it is, continue to love your children unconditionally. Give them your best guidance and step aside as they grow into the best versions of themselves. You are the class that will lead this country and our world before passing it on to the next generation. Tonight, the baton is being passed to all of you. We are counting on you to lead from a place of compassion, strength, empathy, kindness, generosity, and inspiration. Don't accept the status quo. Be that individual who makes a difference in the world, not someone who's just marking time while they're here. Have fun. This journey is your life. We all have infinite possibilities available to us at all times. The only question you have to ask yourself is, what will you do with yours? Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2022.
the members of the Lincoln West School of Global Studies, class of 2022, the diploma, along with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Felicidades. Grace Ramapu, valedictorian. FaithRimana, salutatorian. Jesus Ivan Ramadani. Alyssa Miller. Zorani Miguel Cornelio.
Our mayor, and the entire CNC leadership, just want to congratulate the men and women of the class of 2022, their parents and families. Let's give them another big round.
We would like